Hey, hey, hey. You. All right. So the word is you are coming out like never before. There is a bombshell new you coming out. There's like a delay on the video. I really hope it doesn't like do that for real. That's weird. Oh, so maybe there's been many delays. So every time like it was like you were finding out who you were and you were confident and you were like, yeah, this is who I am. You find out something new about yourself or something happens, a situation, something to make you start to doubt it again. Start to just eat away at your confidence is what I'm getting. Like, but now you are just like, you know what? I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. I don't care. Because I care about my happiness. At the end of the day, who am I dealing with every day? Me. What am I dealing with every day? My stuff. Right? So now you are putting your stuff first. You are putting yourself first. And this is great. This is a great energy. I am so just pumped. I am feeling this energy. I am just feeling it. Okay, we are going to get the message out. But that is the overall thing is you are coming out of your shell. You are coming out like never before. And this is going to be, and I was hearing this is going to be like a bomb, you're coming out of your shell with a bang. A bombshell. But I was getting more of like, you were like that amazing, beautiful, that's not, eccentric, right? Like this, like you were found at, like, you know how when you find something like a new creature or a new just something at the bottom of the sea, like we can't even get all the way to the bottom of the sea, but I am hearing that like you floated, you were going so up and up that now your energy is being recognized. Now you are being seen for who you are. Like your soul is like vibrating outside of you. You are glowing. You're just putting out these positive vibes, man, and people are loving it. People are really loving it. And people are starting to look like, how did she do that? What did she do? There's something different. But they can't pinpoint it. But they know they like it. Okay? And then anytime a lot of people like it, there's always going to be them few that are a little jealous, or you know what I mean, they still have some things to work on. But this is the thing, you are going to trigger this out of them so that way they can begin the process, so they can start working on it within themselves, so they can recognize that that energy lies within them. Okay, because maybe this has been dormant for them for a long time and something about you is triggering them. Which means if they're being triggered, that means there's something within them that is similar to you. There's an energy that wants to come out in them that they recognize in you, and that's why it's bothering them, because they want to be more like that. They want to be more like themselves. Everybody is very unique. Everybody's got their own thing going on. But it's very rare when you see somebody being comfortable and not caring and just letting it out. Just letting their self out. Being free from any judgment. Right? Judgment from yourself. We are our worst critics. When we can erase the critic within ourselves and just accept ourselves for who we are, and then just open up to just exploring who you truly are, not caring what anybody else thinks, but only focusing on you, that is so much more time and space. You are literally making space for yourself to discover yourself. There's so much more to you. You know, there's so many layers. I was getting like a shell. Like, you are cracking open this shell. You are opening something up that is very vibrant within inside of you. And this is going to be, it's like the vibration of an earthquake. Everybody's going to feel this. Okay, that's even in close proximity. People are gonna feel it and not even know who you are. But once they come by your energy, they're gonna know something. You know, like, it's just, you're gonna start. Okay, so you're gonna start to just attract a lot. You are really using the manifestation, like, because now that you are just letting go, like, now you are gonna start attracting opportunities, people, things. Your desires are just going to start coming to you, and you're just going to be like, wow, this is awesome. I love my life. And then you're going to help other people, you know, because this is the thing you want to share. When you have knowledge, you want other people to know. You're not just going to, like, keep it to yourself and be like, he. No, you're going to be sharing it with others. You're going to be trying to help others. You are very kind. I'm getting a very blessed energy here. Somebody who wants to help raise the vibration of the earth, and you are so much helping in doing this. All right, I got, what are you getting? The two cards that come out, I'm sitting here rambling on, blah, 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 blah. It's not blah, 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 though. This is amazing. But anyways, 2424 and 8888. And it's the year of the 8. All right, let's do this. 2424, good times, leisure, rest, holiday, pleasure, love, affection, kindness, happiness. You are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find that you're all on the same page and can work together effectively. Many people are rooting for you. If you spread love, and that's what I feel like, you are spreading this positivity, man, and it's pure love. That's the highest vibration you can possibly have, is love. Everybody loves love. If you spread love, it will find its way back to you multiplied. And straight up, that is like what I was trying to explain. I don't always interpret with the right word. Well, you know, it's the right words for the right people, right? But that's what it was like. It was like I was getting, like, you know, the earthquake, but the vibrations going out, and then all of that coming back to you. Like, massive amount. You're not even, this is like pure freaking bliss, pure freaking happiness. Once you start going down this, it's just gonna, you already started. I feel like there's some kind of shift that happened. I feel like there's some kind of shedding that happened, and it could have been because of the eclipse. It could have been because of a lot of different shifts and different movements in the astrological, you know, the planets, everything, just the way the earth, everything that's going on right now is that we are at a very special time right now. We are very much elevating, and we are becoming to a higher consciousness, and a lot of people are really doing the work. They're not running away from it. They're doing it. They're moving through it. No matter how challenging it may seem, you are still taking it day by day. You are still making your moves. You are still trying. You are still showing up. Okay? And that matters. Doesn't matter how down you feel, you are still showing up. All right. 888, personal power. Because we all have our bad days, but it's how you get back, and then we all fall, but it's how you get back up, right? And it doesn't matter how fast you get back up, it just means like just get back up. Personal power. You are finding your personal power, and you are finding out how freaking powerful you really are. Material and spiritual abundance. Wealth. Resources. You're going to be having so much resources. Force. Things are just going to happen. You're going to be like, wow, not in a million years I would have, could have made this happen. No, you're letting the universe take over. You're like, you know what? I'm going to stop thinking so dang hard. I'm going to stop trying to figure everything out because it never works anyway. It's never how I think. And then you get all bummed out and upset because you put all this energy and work and focus, and you're just like trying to make things happen. And all you had to do is sit back, let go, and let God. And let God. Let go and let God. All you had to do, right? Oh, man. Balance. Confidence. Yes. Massive confidence here, honey. Massive. That's what I was getting. Like, something kept messing with this confidence energy. It kept just like depleting you, sucking your energy. It was almost like a energy vampire, but with your things. your how you do things. Just, it was weird. It's like you shedded all of that. Like it was taken away from you, which is highly uncomfortable. It was highly uncomfortable, but you kept going. You kept showing up. You kept moving. Angels. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Material gain, but epic romance. Epic romance. I love the word epic. Epic. I totally forgot about that word. Epic. Oh yes, this is going to be an epic reading right here. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. And I know you will, because that's how you got in this position in the first place. And you've been through so much, you already know how it feels when you don't. Right? How many times you messed up already? How many times did somebody mess you up? Like, you already know. You don't want to make anybody feel that type of way because you know how it feels. All right. Well, we got our first card. And it's the 9 of Fire. See? You already know how it feels. The wounded freaking warrior. This is straight up I'm getting, okay, well, there was some words on the card, but it was like this massive determination, right? Determination to, okay, it didn't work this way, right? I'm going to try again. A lot of people, when they try something and it doesn't work out the way that they expect, they tend to give up, right? And I feel like you've been challenged. You've been challenged to give something up. It was like, you know, you were expanding, you were growing within something. There's some sort of goal that you have. There's some sort of passion that you have. There's something that you have been working toward, right? And this can even be bettering yourself, right? Trying to figure yourself out, like what do you like, what don't you just know that you didn't like what you were doing right now anymore, right? Your daily routine, all that stuff, it wasn't doing it for you anymore. So you really had to have this determination to keep going because you just knew that there was something better. Okay, you were just like, yes, this is what's going on right now, but you weren't letting your reality define what was inside of you. You knew that there was more. You knew that there was better. You knew that there was more happiness. You knew that this wasn't it. And even though you had no concrete evidence, you kept going. You kept shining. You kept getting up. Even if you had just a little spark of shine in you, you let that shine as bright as it could be, right? And that is amazing. You do have massive protection, and you've been, and it says preparedness. So yeah, you've been getting prepared. All of these things, you know, like not working out, you didn't take it as this isn't for me. No, you were just like, okay, it didn't work this way. Okay, well, there's another way. There's another way. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. And you're figuring out what works best for you. Okay? You're not just throwing it all in the fire and calling it a day and being like, okay, whatever. I must be doing something else or something. Like trying to figure out what your purpose is, or trying to figure out what you're good at, or... You know, you're just like, no, I'm going to keep on. I know the divine is going to keep guiding me, and I'm going to keep on trying. I feel like something may have really intimidated you and really made you started second guessing, like, can I do this? Is this for me? And you may even took a break a little while just to step back and try to see what the bigger picture was, and seeing, because you felt like there was something you were missing. And so you stepped back and you let the divine talk to you. You asked, and then you tried to get in the vibration, which I feel like you succeeded to get the answer. And I feel like you got the answer. I feel like there's a new spark. There's a new pep in your step. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of good happening. Chiron, why is Chiron, you know, Chiron, the wounded warrior, that's why that's popping up. Okay, so, yeah, you have been wounded a lot. I feel like you really had to work on your self-esteem. You had to really rebuild your self-esteem. I feel like you've had to deal with a lot of negative people, a lot of energy vampires, a lot of people who just weren't that optimistic, and you had to filter out and transmute a lot of lower vibrational energies. There's a lot of and I feel like you finally seen this as a skill. You've seen this as a gift, because for a long time I feel like you've seen this as a burden. Like, why do I always suck in all of this energy? Like, why am I in these... I feel like you asked, why am I always in these different environments when I know this is not reflecting who I am? I feel like you know who you are, but you had a question because of the surroundings and places that you were. But I feel like you've come to terms with, no, and you asked your spirit team, you asked God, and I feel like you got, something is verified. Like, you are a starseed, a earth angel. You are a being of light. And being a being of light, period, a healer, you have to go in different environments. We are spread throughout the world, so that way our light will shine in the darkest of places. So you've had to travel through the darkest of places, getting all beat up, but every single time you got back up. Every single time, as heavy as it was, you transmuted that energy into something positive. You made something beautiful out of something kind of ugly every single time. Not kind of ugly, like really ugly. Like really dark. Like, you literally have been transmuting dark into light for a very long time. Preparedness. You've been getting prepared, because I feel like you have no idea how big your purpose really is. I feel like you have some idea, and you're like, yes, this is, intriguing to me. I like this, I'm just gonna... Yeah, you knew that there was something more. Yeah, you had to, wow, release and transform. And then you got the Queen of Water and the Ten of Water that are peeking out. So you had to release and transform. I feel like you were born in a family that was dealing with a lot of darkness, a lot of different types of negative energy, okay? And you really had to transform a lot of lower vibrational energy. And I feel like you chose this path because you knew that you were going to be able to release a lot of stuff within yourself. You were going to be able to trigger a lot of different lower vibrational things and karma and different things that were stored in your DNA, that were stored in your DNA from different past lives, right? From different situations and different things, you know, just throughout time and space. You know, I feel like you really triggered a lot of things that were dormant, is definitely a word that keeps popping up, in your DNA, in your bloodline, in your body, right? In your soul. There was things that you had to release. There was things that you had to bring to the surface. Just like I was talking about with your under the sea, right? Wow, this is deep. Okay, so this was deep within you, and the more you go under the sea, the darker it gets. You can't see down there. It is pitch black. I feel like you've had to really dig really deep within yourself, and you really had to have a tough life, this life, so you could trigger and bring to surface all of the uckiness. All of the uckiness. You had to really bring to the surface all of the low vibrational tendencies and different things, memories and traumatic experiences, and just a lot of different, you know, things that you really had to deal with, you know. And so we're not going to deal with it if we don't know about it. First off, you got to know about it. So you had to have a challenging life this lifetime so you can deal with all your karma and get it out of the way. This time right now that we're living, we chose to be here so we can pay back like double the karma that you normally would in a regular life any other time. That's why this time is so challenging. And the earth itself is going through a lot of shifts and is transforming and releasing a lot of darkness and just trauma in itself. You know, like there's different types of global weather things happening because the earth is releasing as well. It's a live being. She is alive. We are part of this live, massive, amazing, you know, the earth has its own vibration. The earth has its own personality. The earth is alive, okay? And this is something that a lot of people like would struggle to understand, but she really very much is, you know, and she's awakening. The earth is awakening. The earth is transforming, you know, so this is a very amazing time to be here on the earth right now. And I feel like you are starting to understand everything in a brighter light. You know, you're not so down on yourself, because I feel like all of the things that you've been through, it was really weighing heavy on you with your confidence, with you self-doubting yourself. You know, you were putting it inward. You didn't want to take it out on anybody else, right? So you were seeping it all in. But then you realized that you could release it, right? You could release it. Yeah, there's a big sense of freedom here. You're just releasing. You're putting your hands up. You're letting the universe do it now. I feel like You've done your work. You've done it. I feel like now is the time that you get to live your life in a very loving, happy, high vibrational way, because you dealt with all of the darkness that was stored inside of you. I feel like you went so deep and it got so dark that you almost lost yourself. I feel like you did lose yourself. You lost yourself, but you found yourself. And now that you found yourself, you are transforming yourself. And you are loving yourself. You are realizing who you are and the energy and just the power that you have, that personal power that you have to transmute and transform energy. That you are not just this human body, but you are a whole energy force. And I feel like you dealt with a lot. But now you know how resilient you are. Now you know you have so much strength. Without a doubt, you know you have some. You're not looking at it as weaknesses or all of your trials and tribulations as a weakness every time you fell and you got a scar from it. You used to look at it as a weakness, right? As, yep, you were shameful of it. Now you're wearing your scars proud. Now you are proud of every scar you got, because that's something that just shows something that you got through, that you were strong enough to overcome that in the first place. You were strong enough to get back up. You were strong enough to keep going because you knew that there was a light. You knew that if you kept walking and you kept going, that there was more. There was magic. There was something more. Something fulfilling, right? You knew you would find it, right? When it was divine time. You had to keep telling yourself everything happens, for a reason. There's a reason. There's something I don't see. I'm not seeing the higher picture. Now you're starting to see that higher picture. You're starting to raise above everything. You're raising above problems and issues and this and that. You're not taking everything so seriously because you already know it's gonna get better. You already know there's a purpose for everything. There's a higher, anything that happens, it's for the most, like, it's expansion of you. It's for empower, like, wow, I'm getting so many words. Okay, hold on. Spirit, please. Let me relay the message correctly in the right words, please. Please give me the right words to explain this. Something about fire, the fire within you. You had to learn how to tame the flame within you. Not be such a hothead. I think that was part of me, but like that, whatever. Ace of Water, the dreamer. You kept your dream alive. You didn't let anybody put your fire out. You became empowered. Oh my gosh, this is freaking beautiful. You had the courage to walk away when it was necessary. You didn't stay in uncomfortable, you didn't stay in places, or you just didn't stay when you knew it was time to go. When Spirit told you it was time to go, it may have took a minute, but you went because you knew there's something more. You know who I'm talking to with that. I'm talking to you. I just heard you. You knew it was time to go and you did it. And you went and started a new beginning no matter how tough it was. I feel like this has happened a few times. Like you had to get up and just go. And maybe you had to leave everything behind. Right? You had to learn that material stuff is nothing. You can always get it again, right? That it's an energy. Money's an energy. You let it go and it comes back. There's a flow. There's a balance, right? Sometimes it's just you have to let things go, right? I feel like you had to rise above material things. You had to rise above. You had to see what was important in life. That is the bottom line. You had to see what was important in life. We have, wow. So it's the Dreamer, but it's like the Fool card, right? And the Ace of Water. There's definitely a new beginning. And look, the ending. Do you know what's weird? Okay, so this is the Death card and the Death card and the Tower, both signifying an ending. Double confirmation. This is the end of your turmoil. This is the end of pain. This is the end of having to be in the Nine of Wands. Having all these boundaries, being on being ready for the next hit. This is the end of having to be ready for the next hit that may hurt. This is time where you get to transform and be ready for a loving hit, a loving kiss, right? A loving pat on the back or something. It's not going to be a hit no more. Like, it's not going to knock you off your seat no more, right? It's going to be like just blessings now. Instead of having to deal with the next situation or issue or somebody hurting you or you hurting yourself or disappointment and this and that, right? You overcame all that. You were just getting prepared because you have no idea what you are about to do on this earth at this time. You are about to walk away to freedom. You are walking away from all of the lower vibrational things. You're done. I feel like you are done paying your karma back. And that is a big statement. Because we've been stuck on this wheel of karma for a really long time. And that's why we're here right now. Because we're paying back literally lifetimes of karma. And that is why it seemed like it was so bad this lifetime, because you paid lifetimes back of karma. And this is huge. Okay? And you still believe. You still have your heart. You're still loving. You're still kind. And now you're being blessed with this new beginning. This new opportunity. Because you believed. You believed and you followed. And you got back up and you showed up. And you healed. In this entire process, you healed. You came back to one. You accept yourself for who you are. You love yourself. And this is what shines out of you, is this pure love, because you love yourself. You accept yourself. You are about to have so many blessings. You have been so patient. You have been so patient. And now it's time. Now it's time. We have 0, 1, 2. It is time. Everything's falling into place. You've been recuperating for a little bit of time now. And I feel like that's when you're like, okay, It's kind of weird. Like, you had to get used to yourself. You had to re-know this stuff because you've been in this energy where you've had to defend yourself so much, where you've had to basically lick your wounds for a very long time, right? And I feel like it's been a time now where it's just been real calm. Like, there's things that happen, there's problems and stuff that you got to take care of, but it's nothing like before. It's nothing like how you had to have tower moments every other week, you know. Now it's like there is no tower moment. It's just like you get it. And now you're about to go into your wish fulfillment. Your wishes are about to come true. Happiness, pure happiness. There's this resting period and you're about to have your wish come true. There's no more conflicts. There's no more... You may have some competition, but it's not going to faze you at all because you're going to rise above it. You're rising above anything. Anytime anybody throws any type of like lower vibrational thing at you, I don't even feel like you're going to even notice it because you're that strong. Number 11. You're that strong. You have the courage, you have the compassion. Most of all, you have compassion. You know when people are doing things like that, it's coming from a hurt place. And you're going to show them compassion, which maybe they've never felt before, which maybe nobody ever treated them like that before. So when they see that you are still treating them with compassion after they do something that wasn't, you know, the best thing to do, they're going to rethink, you know, because they're used to people fighting with them over stuff. They're used to people arguing back. You're not even going to argue back. You're just like, okay. Because you have nothing to prove. You know what's yours. You know what you're doing. You know, you're controlling yourself, you know, like you're on a higher level. And everybody has their own journeys. Everybody has things. It's like you already went through that. So you're not going to lower yourself. You're not going to go backwards, if that makes sense. Right? Oh, okay. Wow, this was a real big energy. I feel like, kind of wiped out. I feel like there is a resting period that needs to take place. I feel like you've been through a lot and this transformation took a lot out of you. There's a lot of relationships that you had to let go of. There's a lot of relationships you had to mend. There was a lot of just emotions that you had to reconcile with your own emotions, with your own self, with your own heart. You know, you had to, I feel like you know, you're starting to really, you're coming into all of your gifts. You are realizing you have more gifts than, you know, like we're all psychic on some level, okay? But it's whether or not you're going to activate them gifts or not. You have to be at a certain vibration to activate certain things, okay? So I feel like you're going to start unlocking new things. And you wear your heart on your sleeve because you know that it is 100% protected. You've been, you know when to have boundaries. You put the proper boundaries because you've been through things. So you know when to have boundaries. You know that, you know, things are going to happen. But you're always going to see the higher picture of everything. When somebody hurts you now, it's not going to be the same. Because you are in a higher energy. You are looking at it from a different view. A different viewpoint. So it's not going to be the same. It's not going to affect you the same. Because you just know more. Timeline jump. Time for a timeline jump. Yeah, and even on the angel card it says rest. I really feel like there's a resting time and then you're gonna you're gonna come out of your shell with a bang. And you're gonna be showing you're gonna be showing the real you like you've never did before. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be rooting for you. There's a lot of people that are going to just love your energy because you have this high energy, this loving energy. And anything low vibrational is not even going to be able to penetrate your force field. Okay. So a lot of you are going to be a public figure, or this has something to, okay, this can go a couple different ways. But it says public speaker, public figure, speaker, influencer. So a lot of you are going to become an influencer. Or I'm speaking to an influencer already. Or you're going to be going into the public eye because... Remember I was saying, your purpose is higher than you think. And you are meant to share this. You're meant to share your wisdom. You want to share your wisdom. You want to share your experience. Because your perspective is very much needed. Your perspective, people need to hear your perspective, your point of view, right? They want to know. They want to know how you transformed your life. How you got where you are, how you are so optimistic, how you are so able to connect, right? How you are so hypnotic. Epic. How are you so epic? Oh, Lord. I feel like a lot of you, some of you could have been doing this for 10 years. And their self-worth. You know your self-worth. So all of this is going to be reflected back to you. Your reality is going to start to show all of the work that you have done. All of the love that you've been putting out there. All of the kind, consideration, compassionate, and strength. You are amazing. Okay? All right, much love and light. I really hope that, like, I know I'm not hoping nothing. I know this is freaking amazing. You have so much coming. All right. Do the buttons. You guys know the drill. Thanks. Bye.